The month of February is soon to be upon us, and it's one of the most dreaded months by dropshippers. But here's a few ways that you can get through them. So in just about 20 seconds, we're gonna dive into my computer and go over exactly what you can do about the upcoming Chinese New Year's and how to effectively get through it for the next 1 to 4 weeks and still remain profitable, still remain, getting somewhere and moving forward with this year. As always, if you do like this video, give me a thumbs up, drop a comment below on any topic that you want me to personally cover in any video, and subscribe if you love the content. I'll see you inside the computer. Chinese New Year's and what you have to do to set yourself up correctly getting into February. So I wanted to cover this topic because it's something that a lot of people who are new to dropshipping don't really know about, and a lot of people who are familiar with what the holiday is may not understand how to effectively combat it with the time coming. So let's get into it. So basically, Chinese New Year starts February 5th, and it's different every year. This year it is February 5th, and typically what will happen is suppliers will take 1 to 4 weeks off during this Chinese holiday. So the first thing that you obviously want to do if you have a store, if you're making sales, if you just found a supplier, is contact them and see how long they're going to be taking off. Most of them will have a date that they will be coming back and getting back into everything. Some could be 1 to 2 weeks and say they're getting back, the 15th or 16th of February, and some could say that they're not getting back until the 25th, 26th, essentially putting you out for most of the month. So number one is definitely start to contact them and know when you can actually start to scale back things back up, because you're not going to want to start scaling in February, except if you have a heavy winter. One way to combat this kind of is going to be to actually order in your stock. So this can serve as actually a giant opportunity to people who have the advantage of having a winning product, of having a big customer base, of doing a lot of orders to the point where they have enough money to order in, 200-300 items that they can sell and ship out fast. Reason why is because now think about it. Facebook ads works as an auction. So when you're paying for ads, you're essentially bidding against the other person who's trying to reach the same people as you. So for this example, let's just say you're selling, phone cases, and the person and somebody else is trying to sell the same phone case to somebody who likes dogs. Essentially, the people who don't order their stock in, who can't really run these ads, are going to be scaling down their ads. This is going to allow you to come in and kind of outbid them and reach the people that they normally weren't reaching. Also can open the doors to creating kind of that private labeling brand, that personal brand around a product that you've done for a while that seems to really be winning and you can expand on. So if you do have a bunch of purchases, if you do have a winning product, this is something that I highly, highly, highly recommend that you contact your supplier today, right now, at the time of recording this video, and kind of just say, how can I order in 100 and figure out something of getting a wholesale deal from your supplier, maybe even another, to get that in quickly so that way you can continue to grind, continue to do well in this month. Not doing big enough numbers. So if you're not doing, obviously outrageous numbers, you maybe just started, you're getting, 3-4 sales a day, nothing huge. There's a couple things that you can do. You definitely want to scale down your ad sets. It's not a time to scale at all. I never recommend scaling in February. The next thing you do want to do is make sure that you let your customers know that you're still going to be shipping products, but it's going to be taking longer than usual. Maybe you can say something along the lines of, we're sold out, we're waiting for order coming in. And if you do get complaints that you've sold the product, let's just say on February 6th, and you're getting complaints, What you can do is offer a 25 to 50% refund on their order. You have to figure out how you can still maintain profitability with the order. And still ship it to them. Usually they're super cool with this. They're super happy. They're actually thrilled about it because they're getting a higher discount than they ever thought, and their product still. And you still keep that customer that could one day come back and buy something again from you. So that's a huge thing to do if you're not doing huge numbers. And if you just don't have a winner, you've been testing out products, maybe you get a few sales here and there, you haven't really found anything, you haven't gotten any sales at all, this is your time. And you have to look at this on a positive note, because this is your time to kind of expertise on everything. What I mean by this: watch YouTube videos nonstop, consume content every single day. If you've been looking into maybe getting a course of some sort, now's the time that I recommend getting into that course. And I mean any. Obviously, I offer a program, but if you're looking at whatever it is, this is just for the overall value of anybody watching this video. If you've been looking at getting a program, if you've been looking to get into things, this is the time to get into it. And the reason why is that you're going to be forced to actually learn this content before you can go out and start to actually do it. So you can go through all of the modules, all of the lessons, every single thing, and check off everything before you actually start to just jump in like a cowboy and start running things, before you're really expertised on what you're doing. So another thing that you can do if you've already purchased a program, or you're constantly learning but you still haven't found that winner, is perfect everything. I mean, perfect your store. Perfect your ad copy. Create videos around your store. Optimize your Instagram to look more professional. Do everything around your store, but actually sell things. So that way, when your supplier gets back, you are 100,000% ready to crush March. I mean, absolutely crush it. So this is your time to kind of get everything in check, get everything up and running to 100,000%, and kind of take that next step towards what you're going to plan for the future. It does suck. You can't make sales if you just started. However, I've been in dropshipping for 3 years now. Some of the years it was like the end of January. I remember 2 years ago, and I just started a store, and I was doing extremely well, and I was so crushed. I was like, oh my God, like I'm finally killing things, and now I'm going to have to shut down. I didn't necessarily shut down. I just made my customers know that it was going to take longer than usual. Believe it or not, I still actually made money that month, and I was able to actually brush up on my entire store. And it turns out when March came, my conversion rate went up by about 2.5%. And I remember this distinctly. And ever since then, during this month, I actually still take the time to kind of sit back and optimize my store completely. Although I've been doing this for so long and I kind of know what works, what doesn't, and how to do things, there is still times where I don't really get to fully look at everything because I'm so busy with the logistics of other sides of the store, with other products. And it's also a time to find other winning products. You can do a ton of research, you can do a ton of website building, you can do a ton of creation of ad copy. And trust me, it does take 2 to 3 weeks to get this all if you want to do it 100%. So if you are just resilient and you need to make, a dollar in order to, open your eyes in the morning, what you can also shift your focus to is something like print on demand. This is something that's fulfilled in the United States, and it is something that you can still do pretty successfully. It does fall into the category, it is e-commerce. It's usually side and side with drop shipping. It's not something I personally do, so I can't really talk much about it. But one thing that I do personally do is use USA suppliers on AliExpress. Golden key right here. That's why I saved it for the end of the video for the people who actually watch the entire thing. Huge thing is you can still drop ship with USA suppliers right through AliExpress. All you have to do is just filter your products to say ships from USA only. Now, when you do this, what's going to happen is you're going to get the same exact thing you get over here. Where was it over here? Being able to actually one-up and outbid the other people in your industry. You're going to be able now to still advertise the same product as everybody else who are getting it from China, have the shorter shipping times, and still be able to kind of have that one up over anybody else who's selling this product or was selling this product, because you'll still be able to scale with a USA supplier. So this is how to combat the Chinese New Year. Had to make a video covering this just so everybody knows exactly what to do, how to handle this, and kind of the actions and steps to take. Like always, if you did find value, drop a like, comment on a topic that you would like me to cover in the next video, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.